legitimate polygamists here right now. I'm so excited. Oh my god.
Let's see if this is a boom or a doom.
They have pain?
Yeah.
Oh! Did you just swallow a fly?
You can really smell the cholera.
If you've ever thought to yourself, wow, I wonder what it's like to LARP as a pioneer in 95-degree heat, Utah has just the place for you. Today, we're visiting This Is the Place, which sounds like a cult, feels like a fever dream, and smells like horse poo. This park is essentially Mormon Disneyland. After Joseph Smith was killed in 1844, Brigham Young and a company of over 70,000 Mormons left Illinois to do a 1,300-mile journey westward. This trek took over 2 decades. They pulled handcarts through snow, they crossed rivers, they buried their family members, and we were out here complaining that we couldn't get a shaded parking spot. Growing up in Utah, I've actually been to this park more times than Brigham Young's been to the marriage license office. When we were kids, we'd do field trips, we'd go with our cousins every year, and also during Christmas they have the Victorian market that I swear to you is more packed than my jorts. Honestly, at this point, I need like a rewards number, a punch card of sorts. Let's work on that. I also have a fun little anecdote for you guys. So every few months there's this photo that will go viral on Facebook, and it's of Mormon pioneers circa 1830 going to jail for being polygamous. Every time this photo goes viral, my grandma comments on it and is like, "Third from the left, that's my relative, that's us, Bender family, we up." And I'm always like, "Grandma, you're embarrassing me. Stop saying that."
I would ask them which housewife do they resonate most with and why. This season, definitely, I was a Lisa Barlow. In the past, I resonated more with Meredith Marks. But I would definitely want to know how my ancestors feel about that. Why is this kind of like serving? Like, I'm kind of staring at myself in the camera. Like, I kind of look cool. I'm loving this vibe. I know I'm built for this look with my hair texture.
You and Cannon are gonna start a trend.
Guys, so this is apparently where the Bernie Sanders photo meme was taken. Fun fact.
We also got to spend some time doing old-timey chores like laundry.
This is what it feels like to not have in-unit washer dryer. Landlords will have this outside your apartment and be like, $2 a load, please.
Hoeing?
Oh. What does this do? What is the purpose of this?
It's a hoe for pulling the food.
It doesn't seem like it would do that much though. What did you say about this?
It's a hoe with a hoe.
And then now do the edit of like the cool glasses that fall on and it's like thug life.
I don't know.
Imagine a doom scroll in here. Imagine having to take off all your clothes, hold onto your ankles, poo in here.
I know my knees about to be red from my elbows.
This and a Chili's triple dipper.
Then came one of my highlights, Pioneer Dance-Off! Because nothing says family fun like two-stepping in a 40-pound dress. This was outside the Social Hall replica building, which is where these settlers got to party like it's 1849. I am being dead-ass when I tell you that in 4th grade, a large part of our school curriculum was learning to do-si-do. I got it. Aced. Flying colors.
We're about to hit some dancing.
Do you think I can pull out Fortnite or Roblox emotes?
Those little girls were doing pirouettes. Yes, girl. Apple dance. Ooh. There are legitimate polygamists here right now. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh.
Well,
they have the real Mormons here.
Wait, do you think they'll let me join their colony?
That's the real secret lives of Mormon wives.
That's the ice where the ice cream is. Oh.
That is not a costume. Those are real Mormons. ZCMI. How fun.
This is authentic pioneer culture.
Look at the baby wall. You go to Spooky Mormon. Getting into the leather shop. Ooh.
It's like really smooth. So then that's really good for like water resistant.
Guys, this is John Pork. This is where Tim Cheese got him.
Charlie XCX, I have your next costume. This is the very store where James Charles got his assless Coachella chaps.
Pony rides and petting zoo at This Is the Place are not to be missed. When we were kids, I remember this was always a highlight. However, today we were too tall to ride the ponies and too hot to really care about anything else.
Oh, cute! Look at the horses.
My mom just asked us if we wanted to hold the goats, and in unison we went, No.
Does she think I'm a pioneer?
It was in harmony.
It was in harmony. It was in 3-part harmony. 1, 2, 3. No. Then we got to visit the barbershop. And when we were kids, this was literally the funnest thing. They'd fix us up with that settler low taper fade, and it was so lit. But today, the barber just gave us a really dirty look and ignored us. And I'm assuming part of it could be due to my GTA hooker outfit.
Where's my bubble skincare? Where's my bubble skincare?
We also stopped by the halfway house, which sounds like a court-ordered rehab, but it's actually just what they used to call places to, like a hotel, bed and breakfast. Kind of the places that you would stay when you were halfway between point A and point B. This was actually one of Utah's first female-owned businesses ran by Lucy Loomis, the original pioneer girl boss. She hosted travelers, made meals, ran this whole entire operation while being married to Milo Andrus, who, by the way, had 11 wives. So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say running a business was the least stressful part of her day. It's Utah's first female-owned business. Can you believe that? It's a halfway house. We love women in business. Actually, fun fact, Utah has the lowest percentage of female employment in the United States. Speaking of female-founded businesses, have you ever wanted to improve your skin from the inside out? Well, there's a little company that I own called Delabella. He just bonked his head. Look at this ceiling, these low ceilings.
Just too tall. 6'2", millionaire.
What did you
After you guys did
Did you
too. I thought it was on that one we were watching.
You know what? The Lagoon Pioneer houses are way creepier. I love those ones. Wow, you would just cook up here. The upstairs neighbor activities happening here. I just bumped my head. Imagine if we just fell through the ceiling. Like, that is likely. We got to try Pioneer baking. Thank God I wasn't the one baking this time. And honestly, you could taste the women's suffrage, the women's suffering. That was disgusting. What's a Johnny cake?
So a Johnny cake is kind of like a cornmeal pancake. So they are pretty hearty, kind of keep
Like really
full
we
for
need
longer.
one?
Yeah, you're welcome to. So this was made on our wood burning stove this morning. And I'm just getting ready to do dishes.
We're trying a Johnny cake. It's a cornbreaded pancake.
It's fine.
It will be
Sarah's
better with
review?
toppings, I think.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Let's see if this is a boom or a doom.
You're so young. How was it for you to learn how
This generally is like something that you would feed like
to? You've
animals
only
out.
been here for 5 years.
Are you fine? Boom or doom?
Pretty good.
Definitely not 5 big booms. How does this compare to a double chunk chocolate cookie? Honestly, it's like the same. Ballerina Farm, I'm coming for you. Be so scared, Hannah. It's all over. Once I get my hands on that Pioneer stove, your brand, your legacy, it's mine. Look at this deer. I don't know, it's letting us get pretty remarkably close. Next, we learned about the mountain men of Utah. Before the gold rush, there was the fur rush. When hats and coats made of fur were becoming popular among the elites, a group of men rushed out west to begin trapping beavers and other animals to skin and resell to the wealthy.
Like people don't usually walk clear out here.
We're the first customers. Let's go.
Yeah, so mailman,
Mom getting up on this beaver.
you guys want me?
No.
Nobody else want any?
touch it.
This seems new and nice. Nice.
Honestly, this is light work. I've walked more at Disneyland than these pioneers have. I just did it with a churro in my hand.
And like also we basically had as much stuff because we had to go to the gift shop and get stuff. Like, and that gets really heavy.
Yeah, and plus, like, my lounge fly has like.
Oh yeah, the lounge flies are not very sturdy. Like they make it more
and
heavy.
they like can't carry that much stuff, so you have to buy a couple more.
Right. And the Stanleys. Hands on your knees, Angelina Jolie. Hands on your knees, Angelina Jolie. Oh, this place is nice. No roaches or nothing. What's sad is in LA, this would probably go for $5,000 a month. And it has a yard. Girl, easy 8. Just confirmed the polygamists have an iPhone. Fake fans. Ever since Warren Jeffs went to prison, things have mellowed out a little bit. Then we got to tour authentic pioneer homes. The This Is the Place Foundation like actually takes these homes and moves them. And standing in those little cottages really put things into perspective. Yes, my apartment is small, but I don't have 15 children roommates. I didn't leave this trip with much, but I did leave with a renewed sense of gratitude. I could have been born like 300 years ago and my life would have been so different. I had 10 kids living in this.
The parents slept on the bed. They had 3 girls
girls and they slept on the floor, and then the 7 boys there's a ladder outside and that leads up to a loft that's like maybe this tall to crawl in.
Kylie Jenner paging you to the foyer. Ooh, are you mogging? Ooh, get it, girl.
These are originals.
The pioneers made these in the early 1800s. They had to hand dye that yarn. These were what they had before Labubus.
No way. This is a traditional pioneer lafufu. You can tell it's a 1870s lafufu by the ears being farther apart. That's how you tell. And the head moves around. That's good stuff right there. You can really smell the cholera.
Wow, this is the last thing you saw before you died of measles at 14 years old. Traditional pioneer daughter with lafufu.
Hey guys, we're at the Burnett Cabin at This Is the Place Memorial Park. We've got the Hello Kitty and Friends unboxing for you today. So far, we have My Melody and Kuromi. We don't want Pom Pom Purine and we don't want Cinnamon Roll, so the only one we want left is Hello Kitty. Let's get it, guys.
These are not good odds, bro.
All right. Show it to the audience first.
Uh-oh.
Cinnamon Roll. All right. Well, some would call that a win. I wouldn't.
Hey MTV, welcome to my crib. Come on in to the Burnett house. This is where we chill. We kick it. Sometimes MGK hangs out here, sometimes he doesn't. And this is a little bed to get some Z's. And then over here is where I forge metals and irons. And these are my clams. And the upstairs is off limits, but thanks for joining me, MTV.
This is literally Snow White's cabin.
Do you think they were really dwarfs, or do you think she just emasculated them?
And that is a Tucker Carlson talking point. I legitimately watched a video where he was angry that Snow White was telling the dwarves what to do because it was emasculating them. It may not have been Tucker. I think this was our boy Matt Walsh. It's still decorated for Christmas. Our HOA would never.
It's June.
Christmas carols that would have likely been known in Pioneer era Utah. Yikes.
Oh!
Did you just swallow a fly?
It went right in my mouth.
I totally got that on camera. Oh no, you're gonna start COVID again. No.
At one point, they handed us pans and told us to go find gold. And honestly, I felt like a crypto investor. Should I start a course? Could you imagine guys starting Gold Rush tutorials? Oh my God, Gold Rush people would have had Discord communities back in the day.
What am I supposed to do?
Children yearn for the mines.
I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Body so tea, it's against the words of wisdom.
Don't nobody talk to me. I'm on a yacht and you're not.
Joseph Smith looking for minors.
So those cute polygamous boys were standing at the bottom of the boat looking up, and I didn't realize till they walked away. I looked up and they're all standing there looking up tight shorts.
A lot of women for those polygamous boys to handle.
Well, they're not used to seeing ankles and knees, let alone butt cheeks.
Oof. Only slightly used. They didn't finish the payment installments, so they kicked you out. This is like rent. They're subleasing their coffin.
Drugstore was a favorite for me, and it's not just because they were on Brat Summer.
Do you think they have the vitamin K here?
POV, I'm a secret life of Mormon wife going to therapy. Couples therapy with my husband.
Do they say sell Della Pella here?
They have cane.
Yes. That's for beating up kids who don't behave. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's also for killing flies that get into the house, and that's mostly what it's used for.
We need a tapeworm, please. This is pre-Ozempic.
No, that's...
If you're on Ozempic, you might have a bigger problem.
Uh-oh.
They probably have an extra tapeworm in the back that they could fish out at somebody. Y'all take med cards?
Y'all take
Then we checked out the Deseret News Shop, where we got to learn all about the Wild West of journalism. They were telling us how the news used to work. Like, somebody would come into town and the reporters would just be like, "What's the tea, girl?" And then they'd say something pretty like boring, like, "Oh, one town over, there were 50 goats milling about in the town square." And then like a full week and a half later, this would come out on the news. But what was my takeaway? Gossip is an important pillar of society. I've been telling you guys this. Being anti-gossip is misogynist. I'm spreading the news.
Deseret News, my favorite news source. We are at the Deseret News building, and one of the first newspapers in Utah reported that San Francisco has burned to the ground. That's also what my dad texts me every single day. If you don't have these in your house, are you really from Utah? Holy Hannah, look at that view. Look at that view.
Thank God we colonized this place.
So this whole museum is like a, yay, our Mormon ancestors, hoorah! But quietly, way back in the back corner is a single teepee. And it's kind of like, oops, Indigenous displacement. This was historical whiplash. By the way, there are still 5 major tribes in Utah: Utes, Paiutes, Goshutes, Shoshone, Navajo, and they've been around for roughly 10,000 years. And I don't think you can talk about Mormon pioneer westward expansion history without talking about Indigenous displacement and the horrible crimes that have been constantly committed against this group of people over and over again throughout history. So I will say, I wish this is the place had more representation of Indigenous people, and I don't know, gave back to that community. Like, if they could give a portion of their proceeds, and maybe they do, but if they could vocalize that more, I think that would be a step. Tell their stories a little better, give them a little more space. Don't put them in the back corner with a single teepee. Like, it kind of felt like, here, damn, you know, like, oh, and also, you know, I didn't love it. And of course, what's an amusement park without 3 gift shops?
Body soap, Coca-Cola, the church banned it and then invested in it and decided it was okay a few years later. Body soap tea, we got excommunicated.
I think my bonnet's on backwards.
There was nothing that truly spoke to me besides about a dozen dirty jokes that I could make about the merchandise in each store. So we dipped before my refusal to ever hydrate caught up to us. All in all, I do think this park is very educational and can be wholesome. If you truly took your time to like get into the history and engage, they have activities like making soap and candles. You can interact with dozens of volunteers around every single corner. There's plenty of presentations, they have games, but with the 100-degree heat, folks, I could not hang. Also, side note, they used to have far ice cream, and now they have this soft serve bullshit. Get out of my face. Would I say it was worth $25 a person? The ticket includes activities, train rides, pony rides, freebies like a piece of leather this big, and a full day at the park. I feel like considering the amount of thought and energy and volunteers that were put into this park, it does feel worth it. However, if I were going earnestly, I would be bored. We were not there for very long. We got bored pretty fast. Also, it was pretty crowded because these kids were field tripping it up. So if you're gonna go, maybe go on a weekend. But for our intents and purposes, we had a great time. We were in and out, we made our silly little videos, and we dipped. So that was our experience at the Mormon theme park. If you like this video, please be sure to like, comment, and if you really loved it, please share it to your Instagram story. Love seeing you guys on there. And I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.